Hey guys, so today I wanted to talk about how I've learned to follow through with the things that I've been inspired to do and why to keep going through the obstacles that come up. So I'm going to tell you about my story and how I learned that in a second. Hey guys, welcome back. It's Lindsay, and today I wanted to talk about the story about how I have been called and inspired to do something in the health and wellness and spiritual field for many years, at least 6 or 7 years, and even longer for making videos. I started making little cheesy videos probably 12 years ago, and I've struggled with a lot of self-doubt. I always really wanted to work on these things. I love making videos, and I have definitely known that I wanted to somehow find a way to work in the health and wellness field, and I've tried to get in for many years. Making little videos has always been kind of like a hobby thing, and I started when I was living in Asia, and I would make little videos and post things on another YouTube channel that I have. I would just post videos, but when I made a real video with editing and stuff, even if it was so bad, I was so proud of myself. I felt so good. And I started really getting into health and wellness and spirituality when I was living in Bali. And it was something that just really resonated with me. I was surrounded by all of these health and wellness entrepreneurs, because a lot of people who are living out there long term, they have their own businesses, and that's how they support themselves out there. So it was definitely very inspiring, and I wanted to do it ever since I moved back there. I was like, all right. Actually, I was trying to do it while I was living out there as well, but just a lot of issues with low confidence and talking myself out of it, and not believing that it was possible for me. And I was learning a ton about it. There was a part of me that wanted it to happen and knew it could happen, but I didn't believe it would for me. So it just kept getting put on the back burner, and I would make these half-hearted attempts, or kind of 1 foot in the door, 1 foot out of the door, kind of halfway believing, halfway not believing that this is something that I could really do. And now it's hey, I'm in the same position 8 years later, where I still want to do the exact same thing, and I wasn't able to push myself through some of the difficult obstacles that came up, as they always do when you're creating content and things like that, trying to start your own business and things like that. And now I'm wishing, how many years later, I'm wishing that I had stuck with it, because had I stuck with it, I would have been 8 years ahead of where I am, and I'm still in the same desire state where I want the same thing. So I guess what I'm saying is, the lesson that I've taken from this is that when you're really inspired to do something, I don't think it just goes away. It may feel like it's not possible, and that's just limiting beliefs getting in your way, and that's your job to kind of maneuver past them. But if you don't, you're still going to be in the same place, 8-10 years down the road, where you had the same desire and the regret of wow, I wish I did this how many years ago. And there is a difference between, I think, feeling uninspired. In the beginning, you feel very inspired to do something, and then that inspiration kind of wanes because you have some limiting beliefs getting in the way, and it's messing up your energy. And there's a difference between that, giving up because of that, or giving up because you found something better. If you found something better that you're more passionate about, then absolutely follow that path. But if you're just giving up because you're not inspired anymore, that I think is what I've learned, is that that's where you have to keep going. If something better comes along, then I'll go that way. But I'm not going to give up just because it seems too hard or it doesn't seem possible, right? So I think that that's what I learned in these last 8 years. Wish that I had started a long time ago. But at the same time, it has given me an important lesson of like sticking to it and really believing that this is something that I'm meant to do. If it's been in my heart for this long, then there's a reason for that. Anyway, this time around, I'm really like putting myself into it with a lot more energy than I ever did before. So I just wanted to share that story with you. I hope that it resonates or will inspire anybody who is on the fence or gets unmotivated by roadblocks or obstacles that comes up. They're always going to come up, but if it's something that really inspires you, it's probably always going to inspire you until something better comes along. So it's a much better plan to follow it and see where it goes. And when you unearth all those blocks and those obstacles, you'll learn something about yourself. And that's what I'm trying to do right now, is learn all those things. What is it telling me? What can I learn about myself? And how can I overcome those obstacles that I know are coming and have already hit me where I've given up before? So, all right, guys, I just wanted to share that with you real quick. And if you like this video, please hit the thumbs up button and please subscribe. It will really help my channel. And I will see you next time. Thanks. Bye.